Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Euphoria Season 2, Episode 1. I want to start off by talking about the main characters of this episode. And the main characters were Fez and Ashtray. In this episode, we get to see their backstory, which was great. And it turns out Fez grew up with his grandmother, and his grandmother was a freaking boss. She taught him everything that she knew, and he knew how to run the family business, you know what I mean? And you also find out that Ashtray is not his bio sibling. You find out that pretty much Ashtray was left at the house one day by his mother or dropped off by whoever, and the person never came back to get him. But eventually the grandma got sick, so Fez had to take over everything. He pretty much had to run the family business by himself, and he had to take care of Ashtray. And he was only like 11 or 12 at the time, so he never really got a fighting chance when it came to being able to do after school activities, or if it's going to school, he never really got the chance to do that because of that. And you do find out that he's smart. You see that he was very good at math because all that his grandmother had taught him, but he wasn't given that fighting chance. After the flashback, you see Fez, Ashtray, and Rue in a car riding to a drug deal that eventually turns left and results in them all being strip searched for weapons. And I just want to go on a side note. There was a moment right before they were all pulled into the apartment to get searched that Rue was alone with another girl. This other girl pulls out an Altoid can, and it has, you know what, in it. It was something that started with the H and ended with the E. Don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but here we go. Anyways, you see that, and when they did that, I knew they were setting up all types of stuff. Soon as I saw the can, I was like, well, this is not good. Because now Rue has been exposed to even more hard drugs, injectables even, and that's not going to be too good for her because she already is a junkie. Anyway, let me get back to the point. No, actually, I do have one more thing to say. Why on earth did Fez decide to bring Rue to this deal? Rue does not act right. She doesn't know how to act in situations. Either she's too laughy or she doesn't know how to do what she's told or sit still. This is not her thing because we know Rue is Rue. She's not going to act right. And she wasn't. And Fez in the car, afterwards when they all got back in the car, he was telling her, like, I don't like the way you're acting. You're just laughing. This is what Rue does. Maybe you should have picked her up after you did this, then brought her to the party. Don't make the stop there with her in the car because it's just not going to work for her. She's not going to act right. It's not going to be good. And it wasn't. But anyway, later everyone arrives at this New Year's Eve party. And there's a lot of moving parts, so I'm going to break it down into character by character just to show you where everyone is at the moment. Alright, so Fez, Ash, and Rue, they arrive at the party together, but eventually break apart. Then we have Maddie, Jules, and Kat. They all arrive together, and for the most part, stay together. Maddie goes to find the restroom. Then you have Lexi and Cassie. They're supposed to ride together, but they got into a fight, and Cassie left out the car walking, but Lexi is currently at the party. While Cassie is walking, she stops at a gas station where she sees Nate. Nate shortly arrives after she gets there. And that set up tons of stuff. I can see the storylines already. He offers her a ride. She gets into his car, and that's where the weird crap starts happening. Nate was drinking and giving her beer as well while they were driving. He was going like 100 miles per hour, and for some reason that turned Cassie on. I was officially done with Cassie at that point. We've been over Nate, but I feel like everyone who just on the show, the characters, I feel like they know Nate's a little bit icky already. Even if they haven't experienced anything themselves, they know better than to deal with him because he is crazy. A mess. But anyways, there was lots of stuff I wanted to talk about. Why, when they got to the party, they ended up going to the restroom to make out and do other stuff. Why would they go straight to the party where they know people have probably seen them, where they know they could be caught? They know it's a possibility. If anything, go to a secondary location, do your stuff. It's not good that way, but go do your stuff. That way, there's like no chance of you being caught right there, at least. But they didn't do that, alright? And also, my second thing is, why was Cassie crying that hard? She's the one that was making out with her best friend's on and off boyfriend. She wasn't even that scared when he was driving like 100 miles per hour while drunk. Also, I want to say, I don't know if I want to say this. I want to say this. Anyway, I want to say that a lot of people were defending Cassie. And honestly, I'm convinced that people were just defending her because she's blonde. And by society's standards, she is conventionally beautiful. So I think that's the only reason why people were like, no, defending her and everything like that. Like, yes, it takes two to tangle, but she was tangling, definitely. And she was crying hard about it when she was about to get caught. Anyways, they ended up hiding Cassie in the tub because Maddie started knocking on the door because she needs to use the restroom. Nate walks out, Maddie comes in, does her business, all that. Alright, and then the guy that was behind her, he ends up coming in and asking her if she wanted to smoke. She doesn't end up smoking, but she's in the room talking to him, still in the bathroom, still while Cassie is laying in the tub, wishing they would get out. But anyway, the guy's name is Travis. They keep talking, and it goes on for a couple of minutes, and then Cassie's phone starts to ring, which is not the best thing. Travis walks to the tub, opens the curtains, and sees Cassie laying there, and she's acting like she's just passed out asleep or whatever. And this is the moment I thought Maddie was going to see her, just to see who it was laying there. But I must have forgotten over the years who Maddie is. She did not do that at all. She did not care. She was like, I do not care. Let's go party. Let's go dance. And honestly, we know Maddie is very self-centered. So her not caring about a girl in need, possibly in need, is so on brand for her that honestly I was like, I think I would have checked, but for you, it makes sense for you not to check, so go. Anyway, but Cassie got off free. But that isn't going to last long. I know there's going to be a fight. In one of those promos, it looked like a fight was about to happen, and I'm ready to see it. Now, let's talk about everyone's fan faves of this week, Fez and Lexi. And I do have to say I wasn't expecting it, didn't see it happening, but I like those two. I enjoyed watching them speak. It was honestly, cute. I love how Fez enjoyed her intellect, and he didn't try to, dim her light. Even though some of her questions were, way overstepping and, I guess, over and above. But it worked. I think his calmness and her... She's, low-key skittish. You can tell she's, very awkward. She doesn't know what to say. Maybe she doesn't get hit on a lot. She doesn't even get a lot of attention at home, so she's not used to it. So she was kind of uncomfortable, oh my gosh, you're talking to me. No one ever cares to talk to me or hear what I have to say or wants to know, what I read or, TV no one ever cares. So she was kind of caught off guard. And then at the end, near the end, he ended up getting her number, they exchanged numbers, and honestly, I can't wait to see what's going to come out of that, because I'm digging it. I love it. And I like Lexi too. A lot of people trash on Lexi, but she's just a regular teenage girl with no, she has traumas, of course, but I think she has a healthy way of dealing with them, unlike her sister, or unlike Rue. She just deals with them in a normal, healthy way. She might get sad or mad about something, but she's not going to turn to guys or drugs or anything like that. She's just going to live her way through it. She kind of stays in her own zone as well. All while this is happening, Rue is in Fez's car shooting up what was left over in that Altoid can. And I already knew this was going to happen as soon as I saw that Altoid can. Anyway, since she was already high at the time she took those, her heartbeat started to slow down. As she's walking to the house, she goes into a room where she sees Elliot, the new character, and he's doing stuff as well. He has to give her another drug just to make her heartbeat go back up so she doesn't, go into cardiac arrest, because that would not be fun at a party, especially the first time you see someone. From the very first moment I saw him, and then she walked into the room, I knew them two together, they're going to be best friends, and it's going to go left because she now has someone to do that type of stuff with. It's not going to be good. But we'll see. It's not going to be good. I don't think he's going to go as hard as her because she's already pretty far down there. But now I feel like they will enable each other to some extent. Don't know if I love that because it's just not going to be good. We'll see. I don't know. But Elliot's cute. That's all I have to say. But anyways, also another thing I kept seeing people talk about that I actually wrote about too. There was a very weird interaction between Nate and McKay. We all saw it. It was odd. Get out of my ear. Like, Nate was doing too much. I personally think that whole conversation, really the whole time Nate was talking, was very much rooted in toxic masculinity. I honestly think Nate was trying in his own crazy misogynistic way to show dominance over McKay. He was trying to show him that he was the bigger man, the one that could get anything he wanted, and he can get Cassie at any moment. And as we saw, he did get Cassie, so we'll see how that works out. I don't know how they're gonna do stuff with McKay, because he was not, that I saw, he was not in any extra clips or anything. A lot of people didn't like his character in the first season, so I don't really think he'll be in much of the second season. I personally didn't like his character in the first season. He just got on my nerves a lot. Because I feel like he really wanted more from Cassie, but Cassie was honestly incapable of it. And he really judged her for that, which I get, but I don't, because you know who Cassie is. Literally everyone says the same thing about Cassie. You just need to know that and know you can't change that and move on to a girl that you can actually be in a relationship with. And also, I guess Rue and Jules are back together. I don't really know what's going on with them. I'm honestly kind of over them. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs. Because Rue, it's just their backstories. You know that Jules' mother was an addict, so she has a soft spot for Rue. And then Rue just genuinely likes Jules, but she uses Jules as a means of being clean. So if Jules is near her in proximity, she might stay clean or try to. But the moment that Jules does something to upset her or to distance herself, Rue falls back into that habit. And that's too much to put on Jules because she is a teenage girl as well. That's too much to put on a human of any age. I shouldn't have to act like that just to get love. Appropriate love. I shouldn't have to act perfectly for you to keep yourself healthy and alive. And then, last but not least, let's talk about the showstopper. It was Fez beating up Nate. That was my favorite part. Whenever Fez called Ashtray and was like, go ahead, start up the car, I was like, okay, let's go start up the car. It's almost midnight. You want to leave right now? Okay. And, you know, Ash goes to get Rue and says, you know, if you need a ride, we're about to leave. Ash gets in the car, you see him start up the car. You see Fez pretty much say bye to Lexi. I'll see you later. He gets up, he walks towards Nate. As soon as he grabbed the bottle, I was like, he's gonna hit him with the bottle. Okay, we see. Grabs the bottle, pours the drink, and then it was like they were in the final countdown. 10, 9, 8, bow! Right in the head. Loved it. Hilarious. Honestly, Nate has been needing a beating, so I was happy about it. I don't know about you. But here's the thing I have to say. Though we all love seeing it, we love seeing Nate just get beat up, I feel like it's going to be a bad thing for Fez. Because of Nate's family, 1, and 2, because both Nate and his dad are very likely to retaliate in some way. They could call the police on the house again and get it raided. They can call the police on the gas station and get that raided. They can do a number of things. But I love seeing him pop the bottle into his head. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I hope to do these videos every week because this is going to be a good season. I'm ready.